The galaxy's strongest poison terrified them. A human spread it on toast and ate it calmly. The emergency klaxons echoed through the research station's corridors as Dr. Zeftar's 4 arms frantically worked the controls. The Catherian scientist's crystalline exoskeleton clinked against the console as tremors of fear coursed through his body. Behind him, the observation deck filled with representatives from a dozen galactic species, all maintaining what they considered a safe distance from the containment chamber. "Are you absolutely certain the barrier is functioning?" Ambassador Velnari asked, her serpentine form coiled tightly around her hovering platform. The Scythian diplomat's usual composure had cracked, revealing the primal terror that gripped every sentient being in the room. "Triple-checked and reinforced," Dr. Zeftar replied, though his voice carried uncertainty. "The molecular barrier should contain even microscopic particles of the substance. But I still recommend we evacuate." "The human has arrived," interrupted Commander Thok, his massive ursine frame blocking the doorway. Even the battle-hardened warrior seemed diminished by what awaited them in the chamber below. Through the reinforced transperistyle, they could see the isolation room where a single vial sat on a pedestal, no larger than a human thumb, containing perhaps 20 milliliters of an amber-colored substance. It looked innocent enough, but every being present knew the truth. This was Compound X-47, the most lethal toxin ever discovered in the known galaxy. The story of its discovery had become legend among xenobiologists. A research team exploring the death world of Vex Prime had found the substance naturally occurring in the planet's flora. A single drop had killed their entire survey party of 12 within minutes. The rescue team had arrived to find corpses so thoroughly dissolved that identification was only possible through dental records for those species that had teeth. Subsequent analysis revealed that X-47 was approximately 10,000 times more toxic than the previous galactic record holder. It attacked every known form of cellular structure, breaking down organic matter at the molecular level while simultaneously releasing neurotoxins that caused excruciating pain before inevitable death. Even in microscopic amounts, it was universally fatal. The chamber door hissed open and Dr. Sarah Chen walked in with the casual confidence that seemed to define her species. The human xenobiologist carried a small bag in one hand and what appeared to be a primitive heating device in the other. She moved without protective gear. No environmental suit, no breathing apparatus, no molecular filters. Just standard station clothing and a smile that the assembled aliens found deeply unsettling. "Good morning, everyone," Dr. Chen said, waving cheerfully at the observation deck. "Sorry I'm late. Had to stop by the cafeteria to grab some supplies." Dr. Zeftar activated the communication system with shaking appendages. "Dr. Chen, we must stress that this is not a simulation. The substance in that vial is genuine Compound X-47. We've verified its lethality across 47 different species. Even airborne particles—" "Oh, I know exactly what it is," Dr. Chen interrupted, setting down her bag and the heating device. "I've read all your research. Fascinating stuff, really. You've done excellent work characterizing its properties." She began removing items from her bag: sliced bread, a spreading knife, and what appeared to be some form of fruit preserve. The aliens watched in horrified fascination as she activated the heating device, apparently some kind of toaster, and inserted 2 slices of bread. "Dr. Chen," Ambassador Velnari's voice cracked with strain, "perhaps you don't fully understand the danger. This compound has killed every living thing it has contacted, every single one." Dr. Chen nodded, spreading the fruit preserve on 1 slice of toast. "That's because you've all been testing it wrong." The room fell silent except for the hum of life support systems. Dr. Chen reached for the vial with steady hands, and several observers actually fled the deck. She twisted off the cap with the same casual motion one might use to open a beverage. "You see," she continued, carefully tilting the vial, "you've been thinking about this all wrong. You're so focused on what this compound does that you haven't asked what it actually is." A thin stream of amber liquid poured onto her toast. The molecular scanners went insane, detecting lethal concentrations of X-47 now exposed to the open air. Emergency protocols screamed warnings about atmospheric contamination and immediate evacuation procedures. Dr. Chen capped the vial and took a bite of her toast. The aliens watched in stunned silence as she chewed thoughtfully, swallowed, and took another bite. No convulsions, no cellular breakdown, no death screams. She simply ate her breakfast while the most deadly substance in the galaxy supposedly coursed through her system. The compound you call X-47, she said between bites, is naturally occurring on your death world, yes? Part of the plant's defense mechanism? She finished the first slice and began preparing another. You found it in fruit, didn't you? Dr. Zeftar's voice was barely a whisper. How are you not dead? Dr. Chen smiled and held up the jar of preserve. Because X-47 isn't a poison, it's capsaicin. More specifically, it's a highly concentrated version of the compound that makes earth vegetables called peppers hot. This particular variety is about 1,000 times stronger than our hottest natural peppers, but it's still just capsaicin. She took another bite, and the aliens noticed a slight sheen of perspiration on her forehead. Now I'll admit, this is definitely the spiciest thing I've ever eaten. It's making me sweat and my mouth is absolutely on fire. But poisonous? Not to humans. The implications crashed over the assembled scientists like a tidal wave. Dr. Zeftar's research had been meticulous, but it had never occurred to him that any species might have a natural tolerance, even an enjoyment, of what they considered the ultimate toxin. Your species, Ambassador Velnari said slowly, consumes burning chemicals. For pleasure? Well, Dr. Chen said, finishing her second slice, some of us do. There's actually quite a community of humans who try to find the hottest peppers possible. We have competitions to see who can eat the spiciest foods. It's considered fun. She wiped her mouth with a napkin. Though I have to say, this particular variety might be a bit much even for our extreme enthusiasts. I'm definitely feeling it. My sinuses are completely clear now, and I think I'm going to need some milk when I get back to my quarters. The research station's commander, a dignified Altarian with silver-blue skin, slowly activated the communication system. Dr. Chen, am I to understand that humans regularly consume substances that would kill every other known species in the galaxy? As a recreational activity? Dr. Chen packed up her supplies, leaving the vial of what they now realized was essentially hot sauce on the pedestal. That's about the size of it, yes. Though in fairness, we didn't know it was universally lethal to everyone else. We just thought of it as really, really spicy food. As she headed toward the exit, she paused and turned back. Oh, and Commander? You might want to update your xenobiology databases. If this is how your species react to capsaicin, I'd strongly recommend never visiting Earth during chili harvest season. We've got entire festivals dedicated to this stuff. The door sealed behind her, leaving a room full of aliens staring at. A vial of what they had considered the ultimate weapon, now revealed to be nothing more than a human condiment. In the distance, they could hear Dr. Chen whistling cheerfully as she headed to the cafeteria, presumably in search of that milk she'd mentioned. Ambassador Velnari was the first to break the silence. I believe, she said carefully, we may need to revise our threat assessment protocols regarding the human species. The others could only nod in agreement, already dreading the reports they would have to file explaining how the galaxy's most feared toxin had been neutralized not by advanced technology or careful scientific procedures but by a human eating it on toast for breakfast.